So the first set of questions, it's all based on a reading passage. Okay. So always remember, when you get a reading passage, you need to read the entire thing like fully once, and after that you can go through the questions. If you have time, of course, you can read it twice, and then after that you can start reading questions. Otherwise, at least one time reading is a must, and that should be the thorough reading of the passage. And then when you start with the questions, you have to search for any other possible options of the given options. If there are more than one option possible, that also must be checked. Okay, so only then you will be able to locate the exact one which you require for a particular answer. Okay, so for this passage there is no confusion, everything is so plain, so straight, and you will get the answers very quickly, and just one reading of this passage will be more than enough. Okay, very simple passage. The Amazon, it's all about Amazon. The Amazon is equal to roughly the size of, and options are given: tropical rainforest, the continent of Australia, Amazon River, none of these. Okay, so let us check for the exact answer in the passage itself. The Amazon is equal roughly to the size of, see, it's given as the second sentence of the same paragraph. It is roughly the size of the continent of Australia. All right, so it's very much clear, the answer. It's option number 2. All right, so it's option number 2, which is the option, and you can see that clearly. All right, this one, continent of Australia. So this is clear, there is no doubt regarding that. Now the heart of the region is dash. Okay, so that center of attraction, or else the main point spot of this region is, among the options we have Amazon River, drainage, sunlight, vegetation. It's obvious, one reading of the passage will give you the exact answer. See, it's heart, through the heart of the region, Amazon River, which runs through the heart of the region. Okay, so it's obvious that it's Amazon River. Then next question based on this, the lowest region is the dash. Is it ecosystem, is it river, tributaries, or forest flow? Okay, so it's given there. The forest, say, second paragraph begins with that sentence. Okay, the forest floor is the lowest region. So the lowest region is the forest flow. Fourth option. Okay. Next is dash make the soil of the rainforest rich in nutrients. So we have options like 2% sunlight, then a rotting vegetable, then dead animal bodies, and fourth is both rotting vegetable and dead animal bodies. Okay, so let us say if we have these things here available or not. So, all right, see. It's rich with rotting vegetation and bodies of dead animals. Two options possible. That means second one, rotting vegetables and dead animal bodies. So in that sense, you have to choose the fourth one, which includes both 2 and 3. So this is the correct option. Okay. Next is decomposers of the area are tree roots and millipedes and earthworms, mosses and fungi and lichens. It's given there clearly. Okay, they see as millipedes and earthworms. So these are the major decomposers. All right. Then next is the understory is so thick that there is, what exactly is the condition? And see, is so thick that there is very little air movement. Is a lot of air movement or is very little? See this one. Is very little air movement, is no air, actually there is a little bit. So that very little air movement is clearly shown in the passage. So definitely you have to search for that particular statement from the passage. Since the font size is too small to fit into the board, that is why I have trouble to read it. It's just so congested, isn't it? So that's why it has taken a bit more time to find out the answer. Then dash allow water to flow off the leaves and prevent leaves from infections. Okay, the thing which prevent it from getting infected. All right. So we have drip tips. See, drip tips allow water to flow off the leaves and prevent mosses and such infections which may cause the leaves. So this drip tips is a factor which prevents the leaf from getting infected. So it is drip tips, the first option. All right. So that also is very much visible in the passage, and that is the last paragraph. Now next question. Canopy is the layer dash the understory. That also is given as the first sentence of the last paragraph of this passage. The layer above the understory. That means understory above the understory is what it called canopy. Canopy is that layer which is above the layer of understory. Okay, that also is clearly given. So here it is given in the passage. So this is the correct option. Then the final question based on this same passage, how many layers does Amazon rainforest has? And that is given on the top. See, it is given in the first paragraph. So don't think that it will be you can get the answers first answer will be in first paragraph, and then the remaining will be either first or second. So likewise it goes in a particular order. So that is not always possible. Sometimes to get the answer to the last question, you may have to read the first paragraph again. The best example is this question, how many layers does Amazon rainforest has? The answer to this question you will be getting in the first passage, not the last one, first paragraph. So the vast forest consists of 4 layers. This 4 layers thing is given in the first paragraph. So it's not in that proper order that you can expect the answers. Okay. So this 4 is the correct option. So all the answers related to the passage, it is over and you got it from the passage. No trouble to find it out, isn't it? One more question is there. This is the 10th question. Pollination of flowers of the plants is done by the help of dash. Is it by animals or insects, or both animals and insects, and none of this? Okay, so that also about pollination. I guess I have come across this in between, that pollination thing, and that is by both not in the first, last paragraph. See this one. It's not given as such as the question. See, you have to read the second paragraph, last line. As a result, plants rely on insects and animals to pollinate. That word is not given as pollination, as noun form. It is given as a verb, and that is why sometimes you have to read it twice, at least that paragraph, to get the exact answer. So here, pollination of flowers of the plants, this is how the question is given with the word pollination, but in the answer it is given as plants rely upon insects and animals, both insects and animals. Insects and animals, in that sense, option number 3, where both the factors are taken into consideration. So just that last question, you had a little bit of trouble to find out the answer. Why? Because of course you or like myself also, I searched for the word pollination, but it actually is given in the verb form pollinate. Okay. Anyways, it is given clearly in the passage. There is no such indirect question. So that passage is over. Now next is a few idioms are given. See, for idioms the problem is it is not taken in its literal sense. So do not think, like for example, the very first one is given on the board, to kick the bucket. To kick the bucket is not to be taken in its literal sense that you walk and you kick with your leg a bucket off, okay, off the track. No, that is not the meaning. It is an idiom, and the speciality of idiom is it conveys a meaning other than the words which are given for the idiom, okay. It's not a phrase as such. So idiom here, to kick the bucket here means to die. To die, to pass away or to die. That is the meaning. Not to start an account or to start a serious journey or anything else, but it is to die. Okay, so that is what you call. See how this meaning has got no connection with the words printed, is it? So that is the reason why you do not go for the literal meaning of the printed words. It is always something else which those words convey. Okay. Next is cut no eyes with me. So cut no eyes with me actually means like I am least bothered. Okay, his words of criticism. Cut no eyes with me. So that means whatever he says, I am least bothered. I'm not concerned about what people say about me. So when a person is least bothered or else or those words when have no influence or no impact upon me, that is when I have to use this expression or this idiom, cut no eyes with me. That means had no influence on me, or I'm least bothered, I'm not bothered about whatever has happened. Okay, so not did not hurt me or did not make me proud or did not benefit me, but something which does not have any impact upon me or something which doesn't have any influence upon me, or in short, I'm not concerned or I'm not bothered. So to make that sense or to convey that sense, we use this idiom, cut no eyes with me. Okay. Next is make bricks without straw. The meaning of to make bricks without straw. Actually, when you do something in a false manner, or else like you manipulate things and you cheat and you like fake things, we use this expression. Or you gain something using false means. That is the exact meaning. So from the given options, you can choose another similar meaning, similar word, and that is to cheat. Okay. So to cheat or to use, to gain something, to make profit, you use some fake methods or wrong ways, and that's what you call make bricks without straw. So here from the given options, the one which is similar to that meaning is to cheat or to use false methods. Okay. Next is to have an axe to grind. To have an axe to grind here means a person who has selfish motive. Okay, so a person who sees personal benefit or who has selfish motive regarding a particular task, and that is when we use this idiom, to have an axe to grind. So let us see which particular option gives that meaning. Okay, so private end to serve, failed to arouse interest, has no result, work for both sides. So this is the option. Private end to serve, or to serve private end means to serve private motive or to have private motive or to get self benefit. Okay, and that is the meaning of this particular idiom, to have an axe to grind. Okay. Then this, I guess most of you are familiar with this particular idiom. To cry wolf means, see, you might have heard of that fable where it's all about how that false alarm is given, okay, in a particular situation. It's all like connected with that fable, a story, a grandma tale you can say, where a boy gives false alarm to people that it's the tiger is approaching. Okay, the tiger has come, the tiger is approaching. So that is how he gives a false alarm to, just for fun, to have some fun. He gives false alarm to the people. They came to the villagers, they came rushing to the spot, but then nothing was found, and they realized that they have been tricked upon, and again, like it was just a practical joke. And this the boy tried, that shepherd tried once or twice or 3 times. No, people came all the 3 times. And after that, finally, when the tiger really came, and when he cried genuinely, called for help, nobody came because they thought that this time also the boy might be playing a trick upon them. So to give a false alarm. So since he had given false alarm twice or thrice, that's the reason why the 4th time when the tiger really came, no villager came for rescue. Okay, so to give, to cry wolf, that particular idiom is not, coined out from that story. It's taken from that story, and that giving false alarm is what you call to cry wolf. Okay, to give false alarm. All right. Now, next is select the most appropriate synonym of the word contemn. Contemn means to criticize, to speak evil, etc., etc. So, from the given words, let us see. Contemn means to say opposite things about a person or a thing, or to criticize in a negative way, to speak evil of something. Okay. So, here we have comment. It should have been T. Okay, T, comment. Then we have denounce, we have compliment, approve. So, actually compliment and approval is positive thing, not contempt. So, what we have to find is a synonym. So, that denounce, the word denounce means saying evil, speaking evil, or saying something in a negative way about something or someone. So, in that sense, this matches the word contempt. Okay. Next is, again you have to choose a synonym for the word engulf. So, when something engulfs another thing, it means that like to sweep over something from all sides, like in the case of flood. When flood sweeps over a village, what happens that the water like almost sweeps over the things in the village from all sides. To engulf is the exact meaning. Okay, and here the exact meaning or synonym for engulf is not uncover, not dry or neglect. Those words have got no connection with the given word, but to inundate means, that means surrounded from all sides. So, in short, to understand what engulf is, to surround or surrounded from all four sides. Okay. So, this is a word which conveys the same meaning. Okay, inundate. Next is select the most appropriate synonym. Again, we have to choose a synonym which means to intensify. So, intensify actually means to make something sharpen or strong, etc. Okay, so to make something bold, strong, sharpen. So, in that sense, eliminate, destroy and terminate are opposites of intensify. And to make something strong, that is strengthen. So, that is a synonym for intensify. To intensify means to make something strong. So, obviously, it will be strengthened. Otherwise, the other three options, the first, third, three options are exact antonyms, and we do not require an antonym. What we require is a synonym. Next, here we have to search for an antonym. Okay, so you have to find out the antonym for profound. So, profound, it's like you have to search for an antonym, and here we have three synonyms for the like only one is antonym, and the other three words are synonyms or similar in meaning. So, here profound means something hard or difficult or deep, intense, etc., etc. So, we have superfluous, difficult, mysterious. So, these could be taken as the synonyms for profound, but not antonym. But what we require is an antonym. So, superficial means something just on the surface level. Last time also, I guess you had you came across this word superficial, which means something which we get on the surface level, not to go deep into something. But what we have in profound is something deep. That's the meaning of profound. Like with profound grief, that means with deep sorrow, that deep word is there, intensity is there. And something on the surface level, not intense, is the antonym for the word. So, in that sense, superficial is the exact antonym for the word profound. Okay. Next is questions 21 to 25. You have to select the word from the options which gives the most appropriate meaning of the given group of words in the question. That means to substitute this group of, or these group coming up also, groups of word, you have to find one particular word. Give one word for the thing given in the question part. Okay. So, incapable of being read. Like sometimes some students, the way they write, their handwriting, like it's not possible, or else it's too difficult, practically too difficult to read it out. It's not that readable. You call it as readable, Okay, readable handwriting, not readable handwriting, but then we have a particular term to be used for that, something which cannot be read or for which we have difficulty to read, we call it as illegible. Okay, so other words, look at the other options given. Infallible means actually something which does not commit, someone or something which does not have, who doesn't have or that doesn't have any error, free of mistakes. So that is not at all applicable. Then indelible means like some, for example, something which is stained, like on a piece of paper, we have stains or we have marks which distorts it a bit. But that is not what we desire. Incapable of being read means because of the type of handwriting, it is not possible to read it out. So, to give that sense, it is illegible. Inevitable means something which cannot be avoided, but which is important. So, that is not at all connected with the given question. Okay. So, this is to be chosen illegible. Then a person living permanently in a certain place. You may get confused with the options, right? So, we have 4 options: domicile, then native, domicile, native, citizen, subject. So, see, domicile, native, citizen, subject. Subject, you know, the people who live in a nation or ruled, being ruled by the subjects of the king. The king spoke to his subjects. That means the people who belong to a particular area or who are being ruled upon by a ruler. Okay, so this is not to be taken. Then we have like a small confusion regarding domicile, native, and citizen. Okay, so most probably you have confusion between these two words, native and domicile. Citizen, okay, taken for granted. Now the thing is, native means you are born in a particular place. So, what is the sentence given on the top as a question? You speak about a place or a person living permanently in a certain place. It is not compulsory that where you have taken birth, that is the same place where you live permanently. Sometimes you take birth in some other place, but you live somewhere else permanently. Okay. So, in that sense, native is just the country or the place where you are born. So, this is not to be taken. Actually, this is the exact word which refers to a person living permanently in a certain place. Citizen means you just, it is not permanent stay. It could even be like for the time being, it is not, it could even be temporary. So, this also cannot be taken. So, native where you have taken birth, but not compulsory that you are staying there or settle down and staying there permanently. But domicile is exact word where the permanent place of residing or certain place where you live permanently, that is conveyed. Okay. Then next is a religious discourse. A religious discourse in the sense that interaction or communication. A religious communication. So, here we have the options like preach, stanza, sanctorum, then sermon. Okay, let us see the words and its meaning one by one so that you will be getting the exact one which you require for this. A religious discourse means a kind of interaction or religious interaction. So, preach is actually the verb. Okay, so this is to be used in the sense of a verb. That means the act of speaking, just the act of speaking, that speaking part only. Okay, but what is spoken could be anything which could be spoken, right? Not necessarily that it should be religious. Now, stanza are not to be taken, but then a sanctorum means a religious, a holy place. Connected with religion, but it is a place, not anything connected with communication. Then this is the answer, the fourth option, that is sermon is that speech or those words with which the interaction is made possible religiously. So, preach is that action or act of giving sermon, okay, but sermon is the exact thing which we require. It is a religious discourse means a kind of verbal communication in terms of words. The act of saying that is preach, but those words are what you call sermon, which that is the exact answer. Okay. Next is a person pretending to be someone he is not. A person in disguise. A person who pretends someone like fake doctors, so whom you call as imposter, not liar. The one who tells lies is a liar. Rogue means a villainous character. Then magician, not connected. So the one who puts on the fake identity and pretends as if he's somebody, but he's not actually that person. So or else disguising, a person disguises whom you call an imposter. So that is the option. There is no confusion regarding the other options given. Next is yeah, this I guess most of you, everyone knows. A person who studies the structure of earth is called a geologist. No other option possible. Okay. Then we have the next set of questions 26 to 32, where you need to fill up the blanks with suitable prepositions. Okay. So when you have such questions, always remember there are certain sets of words with which particular type of prepositions are required. No other options possible. Okay. Police arrested the thief who, after stealing, was walking. We all walk along the road. So we all walk along the road, not by the road or across the road, okay, or on the road. We call it as along the road. Okay. Next is, today I will discuss dash important prepositions and their use with all of you. All right. So let me read it again. Today I will discuss, should I say, today I will discuss about important prepositions and their use with all of you, or of important prepositions, or with. So with is not to be taken. This also you all know that cannot be taken, discuss of. Okay. So we have to make the choice between the first and fourth options. So first is about. So usually when we get options like these two options, we have a tendency to say the statement with about. Like today I'll discuss about important prepositions and their use with all of you. Actually, that with the word discuss, no preposition is required. Discussion on. Okay, the discussion, the meeting, the discussion in the meeting is on. Okay, is on current affairs or else financial troubles. So with the word discussion, you can use on. But here, discuss uses a verb, no prepositions required. So never say I will discuss about. I will discuss about current affairs. That is a wrong use. It's grammatically incorrect. No preposition is required with the word discuss. So this also cannot be taken. Okay. Next is, yeah, this also is a little bit confusing. The artist died dash injuries of the accident. So obviously when you get options like this, with injuries of the accidents, of injuries of the accident, from or to. Okay, the artist died to, there is no doubt this could be cancelled or could be removed. Okay, then the artist died with injuries. Injuries is not a person that you die with someone, right? So this with also can be taken out of the list. So we have two options left out, of and from. See, since we have the artist died dash injuries of the accident, choose this, not of. Suppose if the sentence is only this much, the artist died of accident. He died of accident. He died of what do you call infection or fever or anything like that. It should have been used. But specifically, the artist died from injuries of the accident, because of injuries of the accident. To convey that meaning, you have, that means you have specified it, you have elaborated it. So suppose if this injuries of these things are removed, if these things are taken off, it should have been the artist died of accident. This is the reason. Okay, it's as plain as that. But since we have the reason elaborated, you need to use the word from, not of. So this is how it goes. The artist died from injuries of the accident. Got it clear? Next is, the family does not feel like going out this season. Okay. Then Ria apologized, of course, it's very clear, not about her misbehavior, apologized for. Apologize for reason. Apologize for her misbehavior. Not apologized at or about or in, but for which she has apologized. Now, another question connected, almost same. Christopher reminded me dash my appointment with doctor. So many times when we discuss the questions related to choosing preposition, I might have given this example with the word reminded. It is always the preposition of. She is reminded of talking to her or consulting her doctor. She is reminded of the appointment. She is reminded of the meeting. Or he is reminded of paying fees. So in that sense, whenever that word reminded is used, of course, you have to use the term or the preposition of with that. Okay. No other preposition is required. No doubt about it. With reminded, always of. Okay. Keep that in mind. Next is, the teacher's role was brought to life dash the actor. That means the actor or else the teacher's role was done perfectly by the actor. That meaning is conveyed. So definitely it will be by the actor. The teacher's role was brought to life means it was perfectly performed or done by the actor. Not of, O-double-F or on or in. No doubt it is by. Okay. Then next is you have to identify the correctly spelled word, the correct spelling from the given options. Okay. So here dilemma, confusion. You're totally confused and you have to choose between two things and like a lot of confusion regarding the selection. So, or whenever you're confused or you're troubled, you can't decide what to do, you call that situation as dilemma. So this is a spelling of dilemma, D-I-L-E-M-M-A. Okay. And then the second one, I guess most of you know the a spelling of committee where we have double M, double T and double E, where three double letters come, okay, in a single word, committee. Okay. Then recognize. So recognize the correct spelling, second one, obviously. Then vacuum, it's V-A-C-U-U-M, that empty space, it's all connected with signs, you all know better. Argument, so this is where sometimes we feel that argument will be A-R-G-U, argue is A-R-G-U-E. But for argument, there is no E, this E must be dropped. So in that sense, this must be dropped without E, and without E, one spelling is given correctly, and that is A-R-G-U-M-E-N-T, argument, M-E-N-T, and there is no E after U. Okay. Then next is 38 questions, 38 to 42 sentences are given with blanks to be filled with appropriate words. So you have to choose proper words or phrases with which the blanks could be filled up. See, the first example is actually the example of a question tag. Question tags are actually questions asked rhetorically or rhetorical questions for which you do not expect an answer, you just want to confirm it. For example, you were absent yesterday, weren't you? That means I know that you were absent yesterday. But just I just want to confirm it with you, and that's why I asked, you were absent yesterday, weren't you? That means I don't expect an answer from you. I know that you were absent. So just a kind of confirmation is extracted with adding a question tag. So this is one example of question tag. And always remember when the sentence, that means before this post, this particular part, this part sentence, if that is a negative sentence, the tag will be positive. And if it is a positive sentence, the tag will be negative. So here, the hotel was not too expensive. So was not makes it negative. So the tag must be positive. So of course it will be was it. So was it. The hotel was not too expensive, was it? So this is a rhetorical question for which I do not demand an answer. Just confirmation. Next, question number 39. Like humans, zoo animals must have a dentist filling their teeth, not fill their teeth. To fill, it should have been to fill, or filled in the past tense cannot be used. This could have been used but with the word like a preposition to. So we have two more, not to be filled, but it should be filling. So this is the option possible for this blank. Now the next question, that is question number 40. It was very kind of you to do the washing up, but you dash. So be very careful when you get such a question on the board. Why? Because focus on the first part of the question where the action is given in past tense. See, with this word tense, it's very clear that it's given in past tense, right? So it was very kind of you to do the washing up means the person, or like if I make this statement to somebody, that means to whom I am speaking, that person has already completed the task of washing. That washing task, that process is over. Okay. So that is given in the past tense. Action is already over. And then I say, but you shouldn't have done it. Okay, it was very kind. You are so generous that you have done the washing. It's all over, but you shouldn't have done it. So you should not have done it should be the correct answer. Or else if you try to fit into the blank other options like you didn't have to do. You didn't have to do means the action is not over, so you don't have to do it. But since the action is over, this cannot be used. So didn't have to do means like if the action is not yet, or if the washing task is not yet over, this could have been used, but the task is over, the action is already over, so this cannot be taken. Hadn't to do is grammatically incorrect. Might not have done, that means, oh, that person might not have completed the task. This also is not possible. So that would change the entire meaning. Okay. So this is the correct option. It's so nice that you have done the task, but you shouldn't have done it. You should not have done this task. That is the meaning to be conveyed. Okay. Next question numbers 43 to 50. Some of the words have been left out. That means reading passage or fill in the blanks, and type of question. Passage is given where the blanks are to be filled up with the given options for each blank. 4 options for each blank given. You have to choose the best option or the possible option. Okay, it's very simple. Almost every full moon night, or of course you have to read the entire thing to get the blanks filled up. Almost every full moon night, the officials in Andaman and Nicobar Islands take part in a cautious ritual. The tribesmen watch from a safe distance as the officials dash the island, approach the island, not depart, not going away, but coming to the island. So it's approach. Approach the island in a boat, dash gifts for them. In a boat, not coming gifts, leaving gifts, carrying gifts for them, obviously. Okay, carrying gifts for them. The islanders come, dash hesitantly. The islanders come backward. You don't come backward, you move backward, right? So with the word come, that means to approach or to step forward. So the islanders with the word come forward. Not come sides or come upward, it is come forward. Come forward hesitantly only after the officials dash dumped. Only after the officials has dumped, have dumped, had or be. So it's all in present tense. So you need to find out a present tense, and here officials means plural, right? So with plural we have to use have, not has. Have dumped the coconuts brought, dash them. Brought, at them, no. To them, in them, for them. The gifts of the coconuts brought for them onto the beach, after emptying it onto the beach, and begin dash away from there. That means once they start moving away. Moving away here means start, not watching or seeing, but sailing away. Okay, sailing away from their small island. On some nights the tribals even dash up enough courage. To collect enough courage means not leave, but muster. To get or to collect means to muster. They muster enough courage, muster up enough courage to swim up to a few feet away from the boat, not correctly, distantly, near, away. They keep that distance away from the boat. The officials maintain that they do not want to interfere. They do not know. They do no wrong. They do neither wrong. They do not want to interfere with the way of life of the tribals. The island dash heavily on the mainland for most goods. The island, is it the island spy heavily? No. The island rely heavily. That means that they depend upon. Rely means to depend upon. So, the island rely heavily on or depend upon the mainland for most goods. So, this was a very simple paragraph. The only thing is that to get answer to all the blanks, you need to read the entire passage once, or these blanks, type of questions once, and after that you have to search for the proper option. Okay. I guess this was a very easy paper, and only that a few things are to be kept in mind, some basic grammar rules, and then how to read the passage, understand it in a better way, and do not jump into conclusion. Always think for all possible, I mean, try to like fit into the blank all options, and the one which best fills up the blank could be used as the correct answer. Okay. So, thank you all, and we will meet again very soon, and that is with the discussion session for the next exams questions, next set of questions. So, till then, you people please take care, and thank you. See you again soon. Okay.